Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 6 Plus Plus. I'm Ben, and today we are covering From Grey to Greatness. So, this is a nice little project that we've all started here at 6 Plus Plus, where we take our grey models, get them painted as a project, get them up, get them finished, and get them running as some sort of tournament or something. Take this little project army and get it going. So, today we're going to be working out. What's Ben taking? What's Ben doing? Let's find out. So let me just add this in there. So as you could probably tell from this lovely image, I am going to be working on Emperor's Children. Now, Emperor's Children have just had a new full army release. The box is amazing. The models in there are fantastic. They look brilliant. So I decided to go with Emperor's Children. First of all, I've never collected a Chaos Army. I've collected near enough everything else, but never a Chaos Army. Nothing has ever really particularly appealed to me. Now, with Emperor's Children, for all we know so far, their playstyle is they are fast, they're punchy, they're fairly tricksy, and they do a little bit of shooting, but they look really tricksy and really fun to play. Not only that, I don't know if you've all been able to work out already, but their color schemes lend themselves really well to really bright, really vibrant, excessive color schemes, such as the Way of Slanesh. And it almost feels fitting that a man who only plays elf armies now plays a Slanesh army. The very thing we birthed. This new army release just seemed like a great time to take a dabble into that um, chaotic side. So I have started by building up 6 Noise Marines and the Lord Exultant. Try and get a test scheme on them, see what I want to do. I have had a rough idea in my head, and we'll go through sort of my steps with getting that test scheme up and going, and sort of where we go and what the plan is from here on out. I do have a rough idea of models that I want as well, to hopefully get me up to a functional army sort of level. Um, so here's the sort of first 7 models I did. So there's Unit 6 Noise Marines and the Lord Exultant. One of the things I did want to do with this project was sort of work on my basing. Basing's never been a great point of mine. I've always felt it's fairly simple. So I decided I was going to build it up with some cork, add some skulls on, make it a little bit more decorative, and just make the bases slightly more interesting. So they're built up, and then we prime them with Colourforge Matte Black primer. And then undercoated them all with a Hexlichen Purple by Vallejo Game Color, because that purple is just great. It's so good. It's my go-to purple, go-to dark, not too vibrant purple. I then hit them with a Zenithal sort of overcoat almost, and then reverse Zenithal with the purple coming back up from underneath to get really nice color gradients for when I hit them with the punch you in the face pink. So that is, well, I don't think it's actually pink. It is Warlord Purple by Vallejo. Vallejo Game Color. So again, really nice and vibrant. I think it's going to lend itself perfectly to the feel of the army. It's this Slanesh, it's excess. A pink's just my favourite. So from here, I sort of just picked one model and decided to work through just one to get this colour scheme really nailed down. So I've gone with some nice gold trim. I'm using a Vallejo Game Air Gold. It's almost greeny gold in colour, but it lends itself really nice to being washed, and it's not too warm in terms of gold, so it will work quite nicely with the pink. Although there was a minor panic, I almost didn't like where it was here, but I decided crack on, get some more colours down. So sort of blacked out a few bits, picked up a few details, and did a really nice light. I think it's Baharoth blue for the hair and the cape. Just again, blues tend to contrast quite nicely with purple, and I have washed down the gold here with an Agrax just to dull it down a bit and take some of the shine off. Um, then I have decided to add some little green bits in, to sort of eyes and details there, um, and do some little white ink washes in some of the recesses where I want to do sort of a really nice OSL green glow effect. The green again contrasts really nicely with that purple, really stands out once it all comes together. As such, here we go. So this is a fluorescent green OSL airbrush, to just really make that pop, really give that demonic energy feel about it, and it does have a really nice matte finish as well. Um, so that is that, and here we go with some basing colours on. And what else I've done here is I've added some black into the glow, to give that sort of cooling effect on some of the outer metal grids and such. And same on the mouth of the gun there, and again going with a really nice blue base there because it contrasts quite nicely. Obviously, I need to finish the skulls off and stuff like that, but obviously, it's a test model. Um, this is just sort of the first one. I think there's points that I need to work with. I want to try some different white ink. I think it dried a little bit weird, and I want to try fluorescent inks rather than fluorescent paints, just to get that flow a little bit nicer through the airbrush. The Scale 75 fluorescents are quite thick, in terms of getting them through the airbrush. I've thinned them down, but obviously I just want to try that. And that is sort of the color scheme down. So that's the color scheme, and that's where we're going to go. So next up, I'm going to try and finish off these 7. We try and get some live hobby hangouts on the go, and keep an eye on the Discord. We'll be posting updates in there. You can interact with us, give us tips. We can look at your models. We'll give you some hints and tips from there. But there's that. I've got the full army box to build and sort out. There's a little conversion project I want to do as well with some Mark 6 Heresy Marines to make this box go ever so slightly further. Stealing that from Hellstorm Wargaming Mikey, make the box go a bit further. I've got 3 rhinos now as well, thanks to some lovely gift vouchers from a recent tournament. I've got Fulgrim on order. I want to get a Demon Prince and a Combat Patrol as well to get some flawless blades. The Emperor's Children 8 bound, as it were. And I've got a wide range of units there to work with. And then in the future, we could look at something like Mauler Fiends and other things like that. But Fulgrim, I think, is the big centerpiece that I'm going to really enjoy working on. So we shall see where we go with this project. But that is sort of the basics of where we are for now. And I'll keep you all updated. I'll catch you on the next one.